I know with Riverdale Baptist, in your background, you know how to ball with over 2,000 high school points. Any butterflies or pressure coming out here in your first college game?
I wouldn't say it's any pressure because, like, we all know what we got to do, but maybe butterflies. I mean, like, subconsciously, because I didn't feel nervous, but I don't know. Some plays I feel like I could have finished. But, like, I feel like that's the only thing. But I'm ready to play the rest of the season.
You're used to playing high-level basketball, and you and Kaya seemingly really set the tone early. A lot of ball pressure defensively, a lot of deflections, a lot of steals. What's it been like in camp getting ready for the season, and how did you think your first game went here tonight?
Getting ready for the season, like, I feel like we have a whole new culture this year from last year to this year. And especially the personnel, we're learning how to play with each other. Everybody's on the court, so there's nobody hurt right now, other than Papa. But we know how each other play, so we're getting used to that, and that's like helping so much on the floor. And then rest of the season, I think it's going to go really good. I feel like top of the Patriot League right now.
That's it. We love the enthusiasm. Think about this though too. I mean, obviously the fans didn't get to see Toni tonight. I saw the 4.5 minutes that she played last year, but kind of tell folks what it's going to be like when you all get her back to go into this mix, because it looks like every day in practice with all of this talent out here, the competition in practice right now, it may be as tough as some of the things that you guys will do in games with all of the talent it seems like this group now has.
Yeah, my favorite thing in practice is when we mix it up and we get to go against each other just so we can like push each other. And when Toni gets back, like our backcourt would be like complete. And I feel like with me and Kaya, we're already so strong, getting it ahead for our shooters and our 3s and 4s. And with Toni, that's another person in the backcourt getting it up, pushing the ball, scoring, dishing it off. So right now I feel like we're in a great place, and it's even better with Toni.
Dream of a double-double in your first college game?
I didn't even know how to double-double.
18 points and 11 rebounds for the record. But, I mean, I know as a kid, as you're growing up and you're playing, and as I said, people know, and I talked about your background during the game, you're used to this. This is what's expected when you play at a Riverdale Baptist. Mm-hmm. You're expected to play high-level basketball. Any surprise that you played with this kind of effort here tonight and you got those kind of results?
Nah, I mean, I just try to play my game. For me, it doesn't really matter how much I score. If I can play defense, facilitate, get my teammates open looks, and that's what I'm going to try to do. But yeah, I'm used to all this, used to high pressure. Even like playing off the ball, like I feel like I can just look at anything. So I feel like it's all good.
Great job, kiddo. We'll see you on Friday night. Good luck up at Penn State.
All right, thank you.
You got it. Zanai Barnett-Gay with a double-double in her college debut here as she leads the Mids tonight with 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists here in the basketball game. Now, I got to tell you, for 2 years, head coach Tim Taylor's been telling me about a couple of these players. Needless to say, in their first game, some of them delivered for you. I mean, you've been telling me about them. We knew they were going to provide a sense of excellence as the AD comes over to give you a fist bump here on opening night as well. That's probably the best sign of the night right there when the boss comes over. But, I mean, seriously, though, we've talked about these kids, and you've been excited about what they could potentially bring to you. And obviously they got a long way to go to even figuring it all out. But to see that kind of energy, that kind of effort here tonight, we talked about it. Your basketball team, the one thing that may have eluded them last year was 40 minutes of effort. Tonight, that was not the issue with this team.
No, and I think that's the one thing when we talked about a gold standard effort. That's what we put in there. It's like, we made a lot of mistakes that we've got to correct, but they competed for 40. We didn't quit on any possession, and that's the one thing that we've been talking about. Can we play for 40 minutes and not play to a scoreboard? Regardless of what it is, can we play to a gold standard that Navy women's basketball is going to put forth every day? And I think that's, we've been pushing these kids and trying to keep them in shape. With playing that 5-on-5, like you've been able to talk about, we've been able to get up and down more. So, and I think there were some good performances tonight, and we didn't shoot it well.
Right. I mean, the other thing, too, is, and tonight and I were talking about this, I mean, look, she comes out of a program at Riverdale Baptist where you got to play.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't play at Riverdale Baptist if you can't play. So finding kids that play in those kind of programs It just seems like it's just such a natural for them on this level because they've been in big time games before, right?
Well, and that's you look at Kaya Smith. I mean, you can see the talent that she's got, and she's only going to continue to get better. And,
right.
and Z played in, Riverdale. They played all the WCAC schools. They played in big national tournaments. Kaya got to the state tournament. She wasn't on the shoe circuit, but we've been very fortunate. We got her 2 years before everybody else has seen her. She's really talented, and Violet played on the UIBL team, Missouri Phenom, and then she played at Incarnate Woods. So all those programs are winning programs, and Lizzie came from a really good AAU program as well. So it translates. At times we have those 4 freshmen on the court for a lot of minutes right there, and like Z said, once Tony gets back and healthy, we've got an even deeper rotation.
I was going to say too, Violet gave you about a 4-minute segment in that first half, where she really displayed all the skills, defensively, offensively, moving without the ball to get good shots. I mean, you look at a skill set on a player with that kind of size, it's got to be intriguing as heck for you and the staff to really put that together.
Right, and the best part about that is that she can really show. You saw the one in the first half when she caught it in transition and just let it fly. She has a green light on that opportunity. So that's, at times we can have 6-foot guards out there. We can be really, really long. I think, it's a rough night for Kate because, in these games when you got smaller post players, they're banging, they're reaching down. So I don't think we got to see what she has been doing this whole time either. And I think, having Violet Marin and then those 2 guards that can create. We definitely got to get better defensively, but that's the hardest part. You and I talked about freshmen learning how to play defense.
Yeah, and not only that, but keeping, and Zanai talked about the competition in practice. I mean, everybody got in the game for you tonight, scored, did something positive. Right. And that just does so much for the everyday culture of the program, does it not?
Absolutely. And I think Morgan Andrews, I've said this, has done a tremendous job of we talk about being one team, being together all the time. And it's been a long time since we have this energy. If you're in the locker room, you can feel it, you can hear it. They're excited to play for each other. They're excited to play for one another. And I think that's the big key for me is that they love to play.
Right.
And I think that, and they're excited for each other. So we've got really, really, really good kids.
Great opportunity lying ahead on Friday night before 4 the next 5 here at home. So really a chance. There's opportunity here to build a little bit of momentum with this team, especially having all these home games here in this first part of the season. Is it really a key to take advantage of that here too?
Well, I think so. I think the biggest thing though is that we are still, and people do not realize, we're still young.
Incredibly young.
We're 10 out of 12 of the kids that are playing minutes are freshmen, sophomores. Right. So each game we're going to be able to, they're going to build. Every experience is going to be a building block for them, whether it's Penn State or whether it's Wagner or whether it's William & Mary. It's just going to be a building block, and they're going to get better and better. And I think we were a little flat-footed early on. I think we were a little hyped up, but I think as we got into it, we got a little bit better, and we got our hands in there, and we defended. So I think we have an opportunity to build some momentum, but what I'm really looking for is consistency on a day-to-day basis in practice, and I think that builds into what we're looking for down the road.
All right, congratulations on the win. Good luck Friday night at Penn State.
All right, thank you, buddy.
You got it. Tim Taylor.